Okay, so continuing on the next day here, and today I'm probably just going to try and get all the interior buttoned up. I got the shop vacuum right here on the floor, wherever it's at, it's right there. I'm gonna vacuum it, uh, both front seats, both front floorboard, and then I am going to probably try to get the speedo sensor in place, get the speed cable hooked up, and then clear out the back seat because pretty much all the stuff I'm not using are just kind of stuffed in the back seat. What else? What else? Gotta bleed the cooling system a little bit more today since I ran the car a few times without coolant. And then probably hook up his ECU to see if it has a map in there. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but Chris said he uploaded a map for me in there, stock K282. And then with that all being done, I might try to cut and modify his drive shaft wherever it's at. Oh, it's right there. Just to lengthen it and kind of mock it up in place to see if I can try to do the exhaust around it, send that drive shaft that I'm going to be modifying to the shop and have them make me a new one with the correct joints and stuff and length for the CRV trans to wagon rear vicious. And fuck it, let's do it. Quickly did the vacuum. You can see the floor is all nice and clean now. One floor mat all jacked up but all clean. The other one is just right there on the bench. But I have this let me see here. Pop my trunk real quick. Nope, that's not what I'm showing you guys. I had these in my wagon for the longest time. SH5 Civic Wagon brown format in mint condition. Scored these from the junkyard, gave it a good clean. I had these in my trunk last year for Ibach. I was supposed to sell it to Tomo from Southside Auto from Japan, but we were so caught up with everything out there that I kind of forgot to meet up with him to sell these to him. So not sure if I want to give these to my brother because obviously his shit was messy as fuck. He hasn't cleaned anything in his car since he bought it like a few years ago. So all that dirt and grime was literally all the years he's owned this goddamn car. So if I give him these, I'm more than certain that it's gonna get all jacked up like that one. So I'm just gonna hide these back in my trunk and hide it from you YouTubers. Forget that I ever even owned them. So yeah, probably gonna have to wire up the where you at, buddy? Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here, I need to wire up the wiper motor, extend this outside, and plug it up for him, so that way he'll have his wipers working. And let's get to this yeah. And also, to add to that, when I was in the junkyard the other day, I scored a gray mat because mine is the gray mat that's for the rear compartments, you know, the beagle compartments. This is USDM, so I'll have a matching gray one for that. Also in that junkyard, same run, I scored gray floor mats, also from a wagon. I got 2 left, right, and then the 2 rears. You can see it right there, 5-door. Anyways, just wanted to share that. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I cut the plug off, and then I'm going to put this into the motor in the bay, extend these wires about maybe a foot. I'm going to feed it through the firewall, and then I am going to be using the voltmeter to check continuity, to figure out, because the wire I'm going to be using all brand new 16 gauge red and or black wires, and obviously I'm not going to know the color of these wires through those one colored wire. So I'm going to use a voltmeter to check, pin it here into the motor, and then check it on this end to you know, okay, this is going to be the blue one. I don't know how to explain it to you, but while I'm doing all the wiring, soldering, shrinking bullshit, I'm going to wire this guy back up. This is the ground to the valve cover, and I'm also going to repair the burnt wire, which is right here. Sleeve it back up or something. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start extending these guys, loop them up, run it in the bay, and then bring it back into the cabin. This is gonna go on the wire prior to feeding it into the firewall. 16 gauge from VatoZone, electrical tape, solder, shrink tubing. Got my iron warming up right now, and I'm probably going to start cutting these and get them all to length, twist them in before soldering. Right, so here we got 5 wires. These are all brand new 16 gauge. They are all twisted, they are all soldered, and then they are all shrinked, as you can see right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a whatchamacallit, like a snake sleeve on it, a snake loom, or whatever you want to call this. So I'm gonna loom it up, and then pretty much plug it up here first, over here on the wiper motor in the bay, right? So I'm gonna loop it up. God damn it. So I'm probably gonna only loop about a foot of it, because that's as long as it needs, or that's probably all it's going to show up inside the engine bay, so you don't see all the red. So I'm going to cut it here, cut away from yourself, because I've stabbed myself many times before cutting towards me. Anyways, so here we are, extended, right? I'm going to tape it up. I started this video kind of late today because it was kind of hot. I was kind of sitting on my computer doing squat shit. Or actually, I just released the other video on the cutting the hood, so it's not that I wasn't doing shit. I was playing Left 4 Dead, CSGO, and then people wanted to kick me because I was walking, but finally got my ass out of the room to come and do this while I still got some sunlight. Alright, so there it is, all loomed up. So now on this end you can see where they're all red. I'm going to use the voltmeter to check continuity. Alright, so got the wires inside, ran it through the firewall, spliced them or cut the ends off, threw my shrink wraps prior to soldering it, so that way obviously I can sleeve it, shrink it, whatever. Voltmeter is on the sound wave looking thing for continuity. To trace the wires, continuity would tell you that the power is going through that same wire. It will do that. So my explanation sounds kind of retarded, but I'm just going to show you an example here. Okay, so pull the plug off. I'm going to do the first one, which is the black wire right here. I'm going to stick this probe into that black wire, which is this guy right here, right? So to find that black wire that's now extended to all these reds, I just tap the other end of the probe to the red wires to find out which one. This right here, because the voltmeter is going off, that's the black wire. So then this guy will get wired into the black wire. Where the hell am I recording? Right there. So yeah, let's lap this. Alright, so wires are traced, they are soldered into their matching ends. Before you shrink wrap it or heat shrink it, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the battery. I actually don't have my cluster in place, but put on my battery, check to make sure it works before I shrink it. This trunk is so fucking heavy. Oh my god. Ugh. The shocks are gone. And I use this little thing right here to pin it in the hole to stop the shock from moving. So, hopefully there's some power. I have the van charging it for a little bit. Should have some power to at least turn on the motors. But that is in place. I don't think I need the ECU to turn it on. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Oops. I don't think it needs the cluster. Wait, wrong side. Oh, fucking, whoa. Okay, well. slow ass one, the medium ass one, and then the fast one. I think we are golden. With that now being said, I'm gonna wrap that up, and now I'm gonna install the dashboard. It's obviously darkened, but as you can see, interior's all clean, dash is all put back together, driver's side's all clean, dash mat is back on. So I'm done with the interior. I'm going to be moving to the engine bay. I still got to do the speedo, you know, the cable driven one, and other than that, the wiper motor is done. That's 100% functional, and that's pretty much it. Still got to clean the back seat with all the junk I'm not going to be using anymore, and that's pretty much going to be it. Actually, I don't want to go too long in my videos now, but look at that.